Hi, I'm G.T. Bynum, and I'm the mayor of Tulsa. Now, if you can imagine that right in the middle of our city, there was one of the most vibrant business districts in the whole country, with really amazing businesses that would attract people from all over the United States to come here to Tulsa. It had brilliant minds. One of the foremost doctors in the whole country worked in this space. And then in one night, it was destroyed. And generations of Tulsans grew up not hearing about it and not knowing about the awful things that happened in that area. Can you imagine driving by that place every day, walking by it, and not appreciating all that had gone on there? Well, that's the reality for several generations of our city, but not anymore. Thankfully, there are so many historians and authors right now writing about the 1921 Tulsa Race Massacre, about Greenwood, and about Black Wall Street. And one of the great books that's come out of that is this one. It's called Unspeakable, the Tulsa Race Massacre. And it's written by Carol Boston Weatherford and illustrated by Floyd Cooper. And Floyd Cooper is a really interesting story because not only did he illustrate this whole book and did an amazing job on it, but his grandfather lived in Greenwood through the 1921 Tulsa Race Massacre. So this is a really personal story for Mr. Cooper. It's an amazing story that so many of our fellow Tulsans, when they were growing up in Tulsa, never got to hear about. But now you and I do, thanks to books like this. And I'm not going to give any more of it away because I want you to read it. But I think you read this and you're going to know so much about the things that our city is dealing with right now, what we're trying to build for the future, and how important it is that every single one of us do what we can to root out hatred and violence in our city. So thank you very much for checking it out. I hope you will, and have a great day.
Unspeakable, the Tulsa Race Massacre is just one of the many resources we have here at Tulsa City County Library that parents and caregivers can use to talk about the Tulsa Race Massacre with their children. Along with our children's items, you can find nonfiction and fiction titles for teens and adults related to Greenwood and the massacre in our collection at Tulsa Library. For information on events about the Tulsa Race Massacre hosted by the African American Resource Center, Tulsa City County Library, and the Tulsa Library Trust, check out the virtual event guide on our website. You can also look on Tulsa Library's YouTube page to view recordings of past events.